Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds Dire remaining. Team ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Points away.
Ten seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
Grimstroke.
Mars!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Shadow Demon!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team pick. Radiant team pick.
League's assassin.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team Dire pick. Team pick.
The undying waits.
Drow Ranger.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Puck!
Ten seconds Dire team ban. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Dire team pick.
Void incarnate.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Phantom assassin.
You may now select your heroes.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
再见了，宝贝儿！再见
There
了，
is
宝贝儿！
nothing that can stop this man!
Prepare for battle.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Keep it PMA, keep it BSJ.
Lại nha,
Keep
lại
it
nha,
PMA,
lại
keep
tao rồi
it
nha.
BSJ.
30 seconds to battle.
Come later, when you least expect it.
All according to plan.
How did this happen?
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Nix, nix. did this happen?
You might wish to
My eyes will
retract your
come
last
later,
move.
when you least expect it. Oh, that's no good.
Никс.
А ну-ка иди сюда. А вот все. Все? There is nothing that can stop this man!
My thanks will come later, when you least expect it.
Interesting.
You are too noisy to live.
How did this happen?
Were you watching? That's how it's
А ну-ка
done.
иди сюда. А вот все. Все?
I'll always remember how foolish you look. I'll always remember how foolish you looked. How did this happen? Oh, that's no good. Oh, that's no good.
再见了，宝贝儿。
How did this happen? How did the maggots clean you?
Très bitter the next day.
The battle begins.
Très bitter the next day.
Nothing to your pile.
Not yours.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
You've got nothing.
Denied.
Très bitter the next day.
A prize.
First blood. Now you know the stakes of the fight.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Thank you. I shall reconsider your work. For my cause.
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Grab it till the next day. That's how it's done.
Tax.
Behold! That was most welcome.
Regeneration. My brush falters.
The petulant pursuit for power meets
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
your death has consequence.
There is nothing that can stop this
Even a
man!
god is nothing set against the void.
Grab it till the next day.
All according to plan.
This should make my life easier.
Disgust.
Dire's
man?
top tower is under
I
attack.
have a difficult time understanding the motivations of the undead, that's all.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This will hasten my footfalls.
Will prevail!
There is nothing that can stop this man!
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed.
Invisibility.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
A prize!
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Silence!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is falling.
Silence! Greetings!
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Harm unseen.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Novel.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Deep in the sacred rules.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
For my time.
Monster kill!
Final gasp serves as bellows to the
What is
whirlwinds
this?
of
A
destruction.
game of some sort?
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It's
This was slow.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
good.
Success.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Death and good are linked.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Each moment
Dire's
of
bottom
your
tower
life
has
led
fallen.
without penalty.
Radiant are scanning. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It fills me with gladness.
Behold!
I'll always remember how foolish you looked.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
The hidden path reveals your demise.
tower is under attack.
Once again, enact this.
Puck out!
Dire's middle tower
Bounty.
has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under
Radiant
attack.
are scanning.
Vanished, but not gone.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Where are you watching? That's how it's done.
How foolish you look. Demon God.
Mohon has fallen to the Radiant. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The entirety of your existence is pursued.
Forms of my life fade
The world
from
doesn't
memory.
answer to you.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Must away.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Let the world end now. Matters not to me.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks are under attack. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Prepare the next guy.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant victory.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure what would be priority for 5 because we've seen Sanking get picked on 6, 7, like the second pick response in phase 1, quite often, as well as like 8. But
10
not many teams have
seconds remaining.
been ballsy enough to pick him first overall. I think we've seen like Death
5
Prophet have
seconds
higher
remaining.
priority in games so far, as well as like IOs, and so like T1's an IO team, and they've said, yeah, we think Sanking's just better. God, I love Sanking. He's finally getting the recognition he deserves.
T1's turn
So
to ban.
T1's an IO team, and they didn't ban it as well, right? So they were more than willing to come up against it. Do you think they're going to have an answer for it?
Sanking's not
Radiant
bad
team
for
ban.
style, but
Okay.
Pango as a response to Sanking's pretty good too. He's just immune for like the whole fight, and his you're normally scared of when you're so, nice answer. You can even just look backline too. It's a very strong
10
lane as well.
seconds remaining.
They'd pair it together. So I do like that lane. I do like that
5
response to
seconds
this.
remaining.
Then they followed up with a hoodwink on T1. This hero, we got some buffs.
Thanks for
Pretty
kind
strong.
and nice
Good lane
words.
with Sanking. Makes me think the Sanking's definitely 3 now, and this is probably just gonna be good follow-up stun to the break. A lot of damage.
Yeah, I think Hoodwink is very favored by
T1's turn to
Boom
ban.
as well. So maybe T1 might be looking
Radiant
at
team
that. You
ban.
know, Boom did quite well with it when they picked the Hoodwink a few times. So maybe they're trying to get some strats around the Hoodwink, seeing those buffs that you saw.
Yeah, I mean, normally, like, there's usually, like, that ranged for the patch that just does, like, generally just whichever one does the most, right? And, and that one is, like, the
10
favored one
seconds
for, like, the rest of the patch. So I'm not entirely sure. It could be Hoodwink now. I need to
5
see this hero a
seconds
bit more.
remaining.
The damage scales up. Like, at one point, it was, like, Lena. In some patches, like, Gyrath Lion was there for a bit. Just basic things for you need as a pos 4s. You need damage, some disables, and you're good. I was saying, you just pick the strongest one of the patch and roll with it.
T1's turn
What do you think
to
are
ban.
the 3 key things to a good post for then?
3 good things for a pos 4.
Radiant team ban.
Laning,
Yeah.
strong laning is really important, right? And then having a disable, also very important.
Thanks for kind and nice words.
Yeah, I keep my eyes peeled for any potential new post is just using those 3 things.
I mean, it kind of speaks to like how nice Hoodwink is. We're moving into a patch where you get
10
15-minute
seconds
shards, and we're
remaining.
seeing like so many new heroes getting picked up because of their shards. And Hoodwink probably has one of
5
the worst in the
seconds
game.
remaining.
I don't think anyone buys it.
Radiant
But
team
yeah,
pick.
I mean, this is how I'm interested in like how first phase Dota is going right now and seeing what different teams are prioritizing, because I know things like Dragon Knight are getting more popular. I think his shot is highly valued. People are just going like blink into shot at 15 minutes and not dealing like absurd amounts of damage. I know Polaris, I think they played it in their last series, and when I was thinking like, oh yeah, their lineup looks like it kind of lacks damage.
5
The DK
seconds remaining.
off lane, I think Force played it, and it ended up doing the most damage on the team. Like, it was absurd. It was really good. I mean, I'm assuming he would be playing. Oh no, he might not be playing the Pango. I think Lelouch is the type of guy that can just take that mid. Literally played it mid against Nigma Galaxy in game 2. So yeah, that's not necessarily an offlane Pango.
Yeah, their bans are indicating Pango probably wants to good too. Down the Quap and the Kunkka, 2 matchups that are incredibly hard for
T1's
Pango.
turn to pick.
But the thing about Pango mid is, kind of as you were saying, it's like really the Pango player. You know, like Lukey. He goes mid on Pango every matchup, and somehow he like goes out even, right? So if you're an experienced Pango player, you can make it work in most.
T1's turn to
There's always
Radiant
some
pick.
unfavorable
This is a
things.
useless kill.
Back to the shard. Well, it's like the 15-minute timing shard now. It was like it makes you look at the game completely. That was for me. That was the biggest change of the patch out of everything. Right, even over the neutrals, it's like at 15 minutes, this shard
10
opens up
seconds
like
remaining.
as a farming tool for right, like for Dragon Knight. It can be a
5
farming
seconds
tool.
remaining.
I played Necrophos a little bit. It was like you farm faster now at 15 minutes, whereas at 20 minutes, normally the game kind of slows down and you're not really farming as much. So getting that like 5 extra minutes until you get to like the mid game, like farm with a shard, will make some heroes more viable now than they were previously.
Oh, I love it. I'm really excited to see how like shard meta develops. Also, if you're Polaris here, are you wanting to pick your carry or your off lane? Because you see the safe lane and the off lane from T1. I think the mid's the only thing they're not showing unless they want to do something weird and put Sanking there. Like, if you're Polaris right now, do you want to secure like the best carry you can before the like? Do you have a good carry matchup before others get banned out?
Secure the best hero for the game right now. It doesn't have to be like the best carry. Sometimes like you have options, right? So they're probably debating between themselves like how many picks you got here.
It's fine.
Right? He's like, oh, I could play like 4 heroes on carry right now, right? And the other guy's like, I really want an offlaner right now, right? Like I need him. So like depends on like they're weighing their options, and they're just gonna go with the tiny carry, tiny IO classic. I mean, I guess they could do different things, just flexing the Pango and tiny mid off.
10 seconds
most
remaining.
likely tiny.
Yeah, and if you see on T1 they pick PA Ench, which I would say is it can be like a pretty scary lane as an offlaner. When you approach this draft from Polaris, are you thinking like, oh yeah, we want to like shut this PA down and try and pick something like messes her up, or do you think like we just go something more defensive like Dragon Knight, for example, right? Something that can sit in the lane and kind of live.
Can he though? I don't even know if he can. I think Timbersaw would have been.
Oh yeah. Into Hoodwink with break even?
That doesn't. That's a. I think Timber's good. I think Timber's good versus Hoodwink because you can always break the stun.
That's true. I just get scared when they have like overwhelming magic damage. I feel like if a Sand Hoodwink go on me with plus mid, it's like I mean, can die.
You can die in a game like this as Timber for sure, like Cletus as well. But like, it's just the lane itself and HPA so strong that
5 seconds remaining.
A fat Timber can like. But anyway, there is no Timber, but there still could be if they don't ban it. So, Tide is a great ban too. Tide is like your traditional counter as a DK as well. DK got some nerfs to the Dragon Blood, so he's not nearly as tanky like some time ago, right? But I'm afraid that Inch with these.
Yeah.
It is strong. I still like the Timber a lot. And like I convinced myself at this point that Polaris shouldn't just pick Timber.
I wouldn't mind seeing it, yeah. I would get scared putting Pango in the off lane just because his health pool is like so low, it's so easy to die. Maybe with Io it's
he'll get crushed.
Yeah.
I think he'll get crushed. I think what will happen is if he goes there with Io's just gonna feed. And then after Io's dead, Pango can't. So it is a hard lane, but they can address it still. But you're on the right idea. They need something tanky or something that can spam and try to revive. I don't know what's out there outside of Timber that is going to be like a worthy like last pick, right? They pick last for their offlaner has to have a lot of it.
I think Force plays a lot of generic off lanes. He plays the Tide, Pango, Mars, Magnus. He's played some weird stuff in the past, like Enigma's not that popular anymore, but
Underlord, it could be good too.
He didn't play it last season, but
Underlord IO, that sounds pretty memey.
I love Underlord. The new ult is so cool.
It's so good. With IO, that would be like.
You said you hadn't gotten to play the new patch much, right? Because
I haven't played a ton, but I have actually played Underlord.
Oh hell yeah! Have you experimented at all with the Vlad's upgrade? Because I feel like Underlord with his passive that reduces damage plus the Vlad's reducing damage feels like a really nice way to just nullify PA from doing anything in a fight. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I have not seen that item once. I looked at it and it looks too expensive, but maybe it does have a place. I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone buy it, so I'm like, is this item just terrible?
It's too expensive.
It's fine. This was a useless
It costs a lot.
Yeah, that's a shame.
You guys have definitely brainstormed a lot about this potential last pick at the Polaris, but final takes on who it's going to be. Get one guess each.
5 seconds remaining.
So I'll just. Yep.
I think I would prefer Timber as my #1, but maybe something absolutely out of left field like Doom. Yeah, eat the creep. Eat the creep. You get. They give him decent armor now, right?
High level.
Choose your hero.
I'm better than Fear. Let's go. Let's go.
It still has the restriction of creep level, right?
Yeah.
So that doesn't really help much for Sense if she's the big creep, right?
Well, we can just block the camps with the big creeps.
Alrighty. I like where you're going, and I want to ask you guys some more, but I also want to ask Lyrical and Gods their thoughts about these two lineups. Especially Lyrical, hello, it's the first time we're seeing you on the broadcast.
Hi.
How are you? Please give us your thoughts about these final drafts.
I'm doing great. They picked the Doom in that second game that they're going against Enigma Galaxy. Also, I had to bust out the jacket.
You're looking
because Gots
fly,
did
bro.
too. He looked so pretty. I had to do it.
I like we've gone for the blue-black combo here, and then these guys are just the black on black. Yeah. What are your predictions, play, and thoughts for these drafts?
Excited. I haven't seen it other than in person. I think it's time for them to kind of make their name known again. I definitely give them the edge in terms of just who they are as a team, and draft-wise, they've got a pretty solid. Slightly lean towards T1 here.
I look forward to seeing what they're going to do, but quickly before we do go, I want series predictions from you guys. Super quick.
Oh, the whole series, huh?
Yep. Super quick. You start, Sheep.
2-1 to Polaris.
2-0 T1.
Okay, well there you go. That's what we're sitting over here on the panel for Gods and Lyrical. Please let me know your predictions and take it away for game number 1.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Nat. Gods, I don't know. I'm kind of digging the 2-1 Polaris. I know you're saying that you like the T1. You're just like no mercy. But I think it's just because I have a soft spot in my heart for like the underdog story. That's what it is.
Oh, and we love a good underdog story here. I feel like definitely momentum going through, crushing Division 2, even with like some really tough battles against NGX and former Orca. We won't talk too much about them, but I think Polaris has what it takes to take a game. As for the whole, I'm a little bit more in Fear's corner and say T1, but I'll go with the 2-1 then.
It's happening either way. 3 games would be absolutely great for the series. I do think that we're into the game now, so we can hop right on into that one.
It's fine. This was a useless kill.
再见了，宝贝儿。
There is nothing that can stop this man.
Yeah, nah, it's not. Yeah, nah, it's not.
Where you watching? That's how it's done. Yes.
There is nothing that can stop this man.
Balance in all things.
Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
New followers.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
Even a master of all things.
Sana all! Sana all!
Wait up.
My, how you grow. First blood. Stokes the furnace.
First victim. Dire's courier has been killed.
They've made me. You brought me new minions.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Where are you going?
Dire's courier has been killed.
A little something extra for the effort.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant structures are fortified.
Evangelizing for my cause.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Balance in all things. Thanks.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I'll take your tribute.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Don't run off. That went well.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
My greetings in the city. You conspired against me.
Wait up.
I fall to the seven hells.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's structures
There's
are
sights.
fortified.
Does he get brought down? He has 21 armor right now. The ice armor on him. But will he be able to survive through the chase? The root is there. DD wants to run away. I don't know if they can kill him. He's too strong.
Yep.
He actually
And
turns.
this TP's coming in.
Yeah, gotta be careful. The bandage is out afterwards, and yeah, Force will be able to move on in and take down Whitemon. So the rotations were good.
Yeah, and it's, I think for a T1, you look at like what Gabby did there, and it's like smart of him not to try and commit for the kill. And the fact they scanned, they fully understood that as soon as they went for the kill, they're like, yeah, we messed up. We got to just get out. And fortunately for Ren, she can't run away the same as the others. But they cut their losses here, and Cuckoo will do what he can to try and defend their T1 tower top. But you know, great response from Polaris to make sure that Carl and this Ember isn't kind of getting the snowball going with making these rotations and getting these early kills.
Yeah, just dodging fights that they don't want to take from side players. A haste rune bottle for Lelouch as well. And can they really do anything with this? Again, it feels like it's going to be what, like you're talking about, not really a huge emphasis on trying to fight with this. And do you think it's like incumbent upon T1 to try and push the tempo at all? Or do you think they're going to be happy if this goes later with like the PA Ember combo?
They're not feeling under too much pressure, and Gabby PA, kind of signature pick of his, he's going to be more than comfortable with this game kind of slowly dragging towards late game. I don't think there's like a clear carry advantage for Tiny over the PA either. If anything, like once PA gets kind of farmed enough, Tiny doesn't like building MKB. Your Avatos combo, you know, kind of the damage is kind of capped. So once PA gets BKB and some, you know, like Satanic in there, you're not going to be killing her with your magic damage combo. But it's not all about the carry matchup. You've got things like Doom who can, you know, make the PA's life difficult, particularly if you know, want to get an Acceptor or something.
Oh, and he is already going for the Hand of Midas. And that's queued up for Force. And actually going to move on in and take down Whitemon again. So getting a little bit too greedy, trying to shut down these farming stuff going on in the jungle.
Yeah, he's trying to help them win the kind of farm advantage, but at some point, you know, those deaths are adding to their farm, and these kills give a bit more gold than they perhaps used to. So something that Whitemon has to be wary of. I think he'd maybe be better off just playing a bit more on his side of the map, making some stacks as well. Like the PA doesn't have a big ancient stack. Often you see these PAs that like 14, 15 minutes in when they get their battle fury, it looks like it's going to be faster, like a 13-minute battle fury, have like a 4 or 5 stack at the ancients. And that's something T1 haven't put any investment into making.
That's I mean, obviously you can still get a lot of farm going once it does come up, but that huge injection of gold afterwards to turn you into that next fighting item is so often the thing that you're looking for. And Carl, will he get lucky on the rune? It's an arcane. It's a pretty good one for the Ember Spirit. And again, they're gonna start heading up to the triangle. Nobody's home though. Force is off behind the tier 1 tower. Everybody else is rotated to the Radiant jungle. This is not going to connect. They might get a courier kill, but you want more than that.
Yeah. Sanking Blink, and I think this is where
Radiant's
T1
courier has been killed.
they'll reveal themselves out of smoke. Force knows he's made the right read to hide by his tower, but it does feel like, yeah, you know, T1 want to make some moves using this Sanking Blink timing now. They've got a lot of follow-up damage with Sharpshooter from Hoodwink. The Enchantress can always follow it up with some tower pressure, but it's always tricky because they want to be catching their opponents by surprise. They can't just push down a lane, because once they do, they're, you know, inviting Polaris to get the jump on them. It really feels like a game of whoever gets that jump and starts the team fight off is going to have the advantage until the BKBs come up.
Good read by Cuckoo there. Saw the hero and immediately jumped away. Lelouch actually smoked, didn't even break from it. He was that quick on it and hiding behind the tower now. So Cuckoo really heads up, good read of the situation, and they're going to roll right in. Okay. Dust pops out, looking to the side. Trees are going to be broken, and can they have any extra follow-up here? Oh, good blink out. Cuckoo, he's so good.
Yeah, he hugs the wall there. Like,
oh, wait, but Carl?
Okay.
In trouble. Cuckoo's got to turn this, but he doesn't have a blink for a little while. So Force gets the kill, and unfortunate. Not anticipating the Doom coming out there and gets punished hard.
Yeah, just completely caught by surprise there. You know, maybe miscommunication, because Cuckoo was just out. He'd used his blink to escape. His Barrow Strike was also on cooldown because he'd used that to try and escape. So there was no way for T1 to really fight there. Like, PA's not coming to the fight. She just finished Battle Fury, but, you know, PA's this, like, 2-item hero. You don't take the 5v5 fights with PA until you get that second item. And if it's a Desolator, you're not starting the fight. You're coming in later on. So realistically, PA shines with that BKB timing. So, you know, bit of a minor slip up for T1, but at the same time they lose the tower and they lose Carl there. So it's kind of like a 1 to 2k gold swing all of a sudden, and it is Polaris who suddenly have a sizable lead in this game.
Yeah, the difference played for the Lush as well. It's going to be super annoying. A couple of these heroes that kind of depend upon that mana early on. We'll see if this ends up coming back to bite him at all. As Xavius is just being chased by a creep that he burrowed up. That's fine. Perfectly
Ignore
good stuff there. Yeah. But he'll off there afterwards. Lush thinking about rolling in, but they back away.
Thought someone might show up, but bye. Maybe he wants to farm this one, but once he sees Lelouch, he may either reconsider or they may feel like they've got numbers and can kill Lelouch.
Centaur there has another swashbuckle in a moment and
Radiant's
gonna jump
middle
away, but they
tower
know
is
he's
under
back
attack.
behind the tower. I mean, if he shows you've got a great jump with Cuckoo, but the question is, will they actually be able to get it? Zephyr hides on in, jumps in, burrow strike, the stun. It's not going to connect, but the break is there afterwards.
Relocate.
Tries to roll out and able to get away. Lush actually escapes the relocate afterwards. Natsumi, he's going to do so much damage if they can find him in the time, and they will be able to. Avatos, Cuckoo dead. I mean, they missed the stun, and instead they get punished for it.
Yeah. As soon as they make that move, they look to be making a jump on top. They know, well, I don't know if he knows, but Doom is still on cooldown, luckily, for 5 more seconds, so Carl is safe for now.
Natsumi moving into position, looking for the right click. Will it be there? Avalanche, and they have round 2 if they need it. Doom not needed for the kill. Polaris, look at him go.
Baits him in. I think that was a decent idea for T1 to, like, okay, they just committed relocate and resources to defend bottom. We should be able to make a play top, but you can't make that play with just 2 heroes. They needed, I think, ideally the hoodwink there as well. They needed at least that 3rd hero.
Oh, and the Doom comes out afterwards with the stomp follow-up. They take down Gabby, another death, and they're just all over the place.
Structures are fortified.
And often teams like this are, you know, finding these kills, and it's like, oh, you know, just a support hero there. No, that's back-to-back kills on Ember. Carl is 0-2-0. Gabby, the carry PA, the late game host dying as well. And they defend mid.
Wants to go, jumps in, and gonna be safe for a moment. The tower falls. Will they be able to bring it down Natsumi? He's very low broken. Can he get away? Cuckoo's already dead, but they've got up there on the side, and he's gonna be fine. Meanwhile, Carl's gonna go down. Zephyr also in trouble. They go down one by one. Everybody from T1's gone.
Just fighting before they're ready and fighting like uncoordinated. Like Sand goes in when PA's, I think the PA needs to come to a fight like that even without that second item, but like Sand kind of goes in alone without backup on a Tiny of all heroes. Like this Tiny has 2,000 health, an IO potentially to back him up, a Shadow Demon Disruption to back him up. It just didn't feel like T1 were set up to defend, yet they still forced a defense that just really wasn't that wise.
Going right on into Roche afterwards, a 5,000 gold lead, 17 minutes in. Polaris, they've gotten everything that they needed. You know, the panel Fear was talking about, you know, maybe Polaris being ready for this one and T1 struggling a little bit. And we're starting to see the players came in with a great idea and they're executing it perfectly.
Oh yeah, they are playing their drafts so well. They, you know, the early game lanes were, you know, a little slow and weak. They're playing against an edge. They're IO Tiny, like, you know, it's this combo that isn't like meant to shine in the lanes. They're meant to shine in the mid game, and once they survived the lanes and didn't let the edge get too much, they're dominating.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Wow, they roll in, looking for one. They find him. Whitemon again in trouble. And they have a relocate away, but it's going to be more than enough for the kill here. And well, to the side, they actually run into Cuckoo as well. Dust is out. They got him caught. Burrow strikes there. Can they find a follow-up? Looking for the jump forward. Oh, but the bandage is out. And now Cuckoo in trouble, will die again on the other side. They also end up losing Zephyr. I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, T1 not looking like they brought their A game today. Cuckoo just couldn't quite blink far enough away. I think he maybe somehow accidentally maybe clicked like on top of Polaris because he didn't blink very far. And
oh yeah, I was trying to get to the other side, you mean?
Yeah, I think he tried to jump over the waterfall on that left side of the map, but did like a little mini blink. But yeah, Polaris is just connecting from one kill to the next. They're just owning this game here in the mid game.
Looking for more. There it is, Whitemon. Another quick jump in, and then they find the kill. Force has had a fabulous game so far. Obviously, a lot of that's set up by the ice armor creep, but you know, you got to take good advantage of the luck when it's given to you, and he's been doing it.
Take a tier 1 tower bottom. This is where they can just go from objective to objective with a tiny Aegis and an IO back overcharging this tiny. These towers are going to melt. And T1, they don't have the best wave clear. At least they don't have any safe wave clear. Like Sanking pushes waves, but he can't just clear a wave that's being pushed because he has to commit his hero. So it's very hard to defend these pushes since they don't have this like safe long range spam that can clear out waves.
You know, if you do happen to get out for a moment and any of these heroes find you, it's a pretty easy setup for the relocate gank. Considering it's tiny there, it's the backup. So maybe T1 could do some type of a like bait play. Oh, they're baiting over here to the side though. Dude, surely they don't fall for this one. Now they gotta know that that's an illusion.
Oh,
they jump forward, looks to the side there instead. Roll up, the bar stuns, and it's in trouble. But the Avatos comes in, and Lelouch gets away again. Oh, Cuckoo is in trouble, and Natsumi comes on in for the double kill. Pretty as can be.
Yeah, he wanted to turn and go for a kill there, but he threw a diffusal out. Unfortunately, yeah, Cuckoo was kind of blindly guessing where to hit the bar. Like, it looked like a complete, you know, it wasn't miss, but he was going in blind. And if he doesn't insta-bar strike, maybe Tango gets his spells off, so he had to go for the insta-bar strike.
This one is good at least. They for the side of T1, they managed to bait out the Doom. Whitemon right behind, keeps Carl alive with the extra Nature's Attendants, and obviously the enchant to slow down the Doom. So no 2 minutes now with no Doom.
Gives them room, maybe even some playmaking room. They're still playing into an Aegis tiny, but imagine they'd love to try and find some kills elsewhere on the map.
Half left on that one. I'm gonna have to check out the numbers after this on how many camps were stacked, because even at this stage we're continuing to see so much emphasis placed on that by Polaris.
Yeah.
Their economy game is sick.
Every time, yeah, exactly. Every time you look at their jungle, it's like, oh, there's a double stack, a triple stack. Tiny was just stacking for himself at times. Like he goes to farm a cap, and he's just always making those min-max moves. And as a team, they are just on point.
Previous down bottom with so much emphasis on getting these camps stacked up. He's almost got a full Aghanim Scepter done. That, I mean, that's devastating.
Is under attack.
It really is. That makes PA's game so sad to play. And she's probably seen these components coming. They're going to have to find a way to kill this Shadow Demon. Like, probably that's going to be Carl's job to just jump the Shadow Demon. Basically, if you die in the process, at least it's going to enable Gabby to kill people, because there's no disruption save and no demonic purge to worry about with the break.
Gabby's also going for an Aghanim Scepter, actually. So a little bit of an unorthodox option, but recognizing that he needs to like find that one kill and chain it into more afterwards.
Yeah, I think the cooldown reduction's really nice alongside, like, you know, the instant cast range and the resetting of spells. Having that short cooldown just means you can really try and get into the backlines.
Cuckoo gets popped again. Maybe is able to find him and turns into quick relocate kill. But yeah, that's the Aghanim Scepter coming out right now. And Gabby appreciating what Lelouch is doing. I'm not sure what that one was, if there's a miss little swashbuckle or something, but nonetheless, Polaris absolutely in control of this game number one. 13,000 gold lead at 22 minutes.
Brutal. They're just running over him. 17-3 as well. It feels like they've just got complete map control wherever they want. You know, a T1 hero here or there will poke its way out on the map, but anytime they show they're being ran at, being forced away from farm, and Polaris are just constantly out farming, getting further and further ahead.
And it's interesting too, right? Like this team, they've been sort of really working, it feels like, for a long time on trying to pull together the perfect combination of gameplay mechanics together. They basically were like, all right, this is going to be our one last shot to try and like see if we can make it happen together as a squad going into the next round of TI qualifiers. So this is really all on the line for them here. And if they can start off their season with 2 wins under their belt against the quality of teams that we're seeing here, it'd be amazing. But T1, I mean, I don't know if they're going to let it happen to them easy.
Oh no. I think that's a really good point, because Polaris, this is not a team that's just trying to stay in Division 1. This is a team that has major aspirations and has the potential to go to a major, but to get there, you're going to have to, you know, not go 7-0, but you need to beat some of those top teams. You need to beat a T1 or a Fnatic or an SMG to get there, and upsetting T1 in your opening series would be a great start.
And there's the jump in. That's a full combo out now. God. Just gets obliterated. Carl nowhere left to go. And now Cuckoo gonna get chased down also. The stomp doesn't even need the doom. Can save it afterwards for Gabby. He comes on in, but a godlike Natsumi here at 24 minutes. And I mean, they're ready to go high ground. What's gonna stop them? They don't have Aegis, but it doesn't seem like they care. Unfortunately, able to connect there, but not quite. Still, tier 3 tower is being assaulted, and we'll see what they can do. Still 20 seconds until they've got an Ember or a Sandkey.
There's going to lose Drax for free. No Aegis, no problem. Polaris walk in, they walk out. There's some wave cutting going. Whitemud, yeah, tier 1 tower down mid. Got it. You know, you got to take the small wins if you're T1 right now, because they're not getting much.
Right. Yeah, and it's interesting, right? Because I think that so much of the other thing that we've been seeing is like the idea of early aggression being really good in Dota and stuff. And it feels like for Polaris, their idea is like, let's just try and farm up and then we'll make it happen afterwards. Yep. It's interesting.
Yeah, they don't feel pressured to worry about how that, you know, often I feel like in past patches or just in general, like we're not saying, you know, you can't draft weak lanes, or if you lose the lanes, you're going to lose the game. And here, Polaris didn't really care about how their lanes went too much. They didn't feel like they were under pressure. The Enchantress, you know, did her thing in the lanes a bit, was 1v2ing in the enemy jungle, but it didn't phase Polaris at all. That just seemed like expected to happen in the lanes.
Oh, Carl. Oh, just barely off the mark. That gets him away that time. Natsumi now looking for more white one. Everybody just runs away. As soon as they see that happen mid, they're all trying to separate and get the heck out of there.
Connects with the Yules. That's just like that chain stun, insta give combo.
Oh yeah, Gabby. Ooh, spots him. Not quite there. Dude, Tumbler's trying to jump away, but Zephyr finds the maneuverability to get out and just barely able to escape. My goodness.
All right, teeth. And Whitemon got the tower. 2 towers for the edge. Let's go.
That's a little bit later than normal, but it's good, right?
Yeah. Tier 1 mid and tier 1. Yeah, this is what was meant to happen 20 minutes ago. Maybe, you know, 18 minutes ago. Yeah, things not going according to plan. There's a lot of problems I don't know if they have the answer to. Like, this Shadow Demon gets more and more farmed as Ags and almost an Aeon disc now with the Philosopher's Stone. Like, there is a lot of issues for Gabby in these fights, but has the Ags, and they're going to smoke out. I mean, you're playing against like this farm and much farm, you have to get some kind of advantage. I think getting the jump is going to be the way they do that.
Right, you want to take this fight also before Roche is capable of respawning. Still a minute until it's actually going to be up right now. Polaris, though, they're staying together. Maybe we see T1 look for just like controlling this area so that way they can take the Roche fight when it does eventually happen. I feel like I've seen Carl do some pretty sneaky stuff around the pit before. Could be good.
That's what Carl is definitely not having a good game here. Very quiet Ember performance, and Polaris reading T1, just kind of avoiding any kind of aggression right now and making sure they stick together as a 5-man team that's realizing that, you know, this is potential Roche. They don't know when for these teams, as far as they know, Roche could be up now.
Spot him. Jump. It's about as good as it gets. Cuckoo, can you make that happen? No, it doesn't quite look like it. The save is out. And Gabby trying to find one kill to save it, but he just pops the ulti, walks away. Broken, but the save comes in by Mavis right at the end. And he's able to walk away. Are you kidding me? They get out of there. Everybody intact. No deaths at all. Unreal.
Yeah. They committed everything for like the supports. Like first they committed everything to try going Mavis's IO. He gets saved by the Shadow Demon. Okay, we see the Shadow Demon now. We have a new target. Let's kill him. And Gabby's like, I can't even finish him off. Maybe with an extra crit.
And they move on in again. And Natsumi, he didn't go for it. GG's called. They're done. It's too much. What a really performance from Polaris.
Yeah. I was almost going to say after that team fight, I thought they might GG, and then it's Carl who gets picked off, who GG's out. That when it's a player who just died, who's calling the GG, you're like, uh-oh. Not a good look. But I think